Hey guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a City. Today, we're building something that a subscriber has sent through to us. Nyeshia, I think that's how you say it. I'm sorry if I've just butchered your name. But they sent through a picture of a library, and it looks really cool. It's not an actual photo. I've got it up on this monitor here. So if you see me looking in this direction, it's because I'm looking at the picture. I'll try and put it up on the screen for you guys as well so you can see it, because it is really cool. It looks like it's concept art of a modern library that is planning to be built somewhere. I don't know who originally drew it. I don't know where it's originally for, but it just looks really, really cool. Maybe Nyeshia drew it. I don't know. But either way, I want to build it, and I'm going to build it right here. It's sort of close to the housing, or the more suburban housing area. It's very near the modern skyscrapers, so I think it's a pretty nice place to put it. Very sort of easy for everybody to get to. And there's definitely some buildings that are going to help the location really stand out. So right here also limits the depth of the building, at least, so we're not going to go like crazy big with it. Now there's some very standout colors for this. I don't know if we can use wood for this. I don't know if we've got any real plank style wood left, like with that sort of orangey color. I want to get that orangey color in there. So what do we have under orange? The clay is what I was thinking, and I think that's probably still our best option. I think the wool is a little bit, I don't like using wool with the vanilla wool texture, because it when you look at it, you know it's wool. That's the problem with it. So I think we'll grab the orange stained clay for it. We're going to want some glass. I might use packed ice for it. It's very blue. There's a lot of windows. I think we'll do that. I think we'll use packed ice for the glass. It's very odd to use packed ice on a smaller building like this, but I think because of the amount of glass that's required, I think that's probably going to be our best option. We then want a grey block. Again, this is going to be cyan stained clay, because it is that sort of perfect grey for us. And we're going to want to have a sort of whiter block, more of a detailed block. Cobblestone would be a very good block for it if we had vanilla cobblestone, but we don't anymore. Obviously, it's like what is cobble? Oh, that's cobblestone now. A block that I've never really liked, but I have used quite a lot. We need to have... This one works, but it's a little bit plain. We've already got very plain textures so far. I want something with a little bit of bumps on it. Clay could work. Let's put that in our hotbar for the moment. Nether brick would work, but we already used that for the past, and I think that'll be a little bit too much. Snow would work. It's a little bit white, a little bit whiter than what we'd really want, and it also doesn't really have too much of a texture. So I think clay or stone brick. Stone brick never looks good in a modern build, though, does it? Gravel could work as well. No, we'll go with clay. We'll go with clay. That should at least get us started. There's some other blocks, obviously, that are pretty necessary. But for the moment, this should be able to get us a little bit of a layout. So let's start off with this clay here. We're going to do it a little bit back from the road here. This is going to be the front side. This is going to be the left-hand side. We want a little bit of a recess in for a little path or something like that to go in. So let's just say 4 blocks back is probably a good amount. And as far as the side goes, it looks like there's meant to be a car park at the side. Looks like there's a car park on either side, to be fair, but I think we'll probably only do a car park on one side. We'll take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks in order for cars to get through, which then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for a car parking space down this side, which gives us our corner to be right here. I think that's nice and simple to follow, right? I don't know how long these buildings are going to be, so we're just going to sort of do it by eye line. For the moment, we can always extend out a little bit if we need to, but there's nothing really that we need to count as we go down there. I think that's good for this beginning part. Then we're going to have the cyan part that goes up and diagonally over the top. That diagonal is going to be a little bit tricky, and I'm going to come out... Oh, hang on, that's like a little garden area. Okay, I see what it is. It's really hard to tell what some of these parts are, because it's not a actual drawing, not an actual photo, it's a drawing, which does make things a little bit tricky to work out sometimes. I think we'll do it 2 blocks wide for the little garden area in there. It's got some tall grass, I think would look really good. It definitely goes with the modern theme. Then we go to the orange, which we're going to do in between this block and the end of there, so sort of in the middle, see that? And this is going to have a long window that goes up like that. That's just off to the left side. Then we're going to have this clay bit come back like so. And that'll come up all the way up to the height. 2 or 3 blocks. I think 2 blocks will probably be about right. Then we have the big window, big wraparound window that goes around the side here. I'm going to come out 2 blocks. Ooh, we are getting close. This is where the door is meant to be by the looks. So maybe we'll actually have a door in here. I can do 2 automatic doors. Is it called glass door? Wooden glass door? Yeah. Wooden glass doors would be good because we can open them by hand. Oops. If we use the iron ones, they're grey, so they sort of look better, but we need to use the player sensors. And I don't think we can put player sensors on packed ice. I think they work in the same way as like glass does. I'm pretty sure anyway. So this window is going to come around here. We'll make this look more like a window in just a moment. I might drop this whole building back by a block as well. Like by a couple of blocks. Okay, we'll do that. We can do that. You always want to make these decisions relatively early. Because if you go on too long without sort of making your mind about some things, it gets harder and harder to change. So we shall cut that. And we shall slide it back 1, 2, 3 blocks. Paste, yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, so we've slid it back 3 blocks or so. We'll put those doors back in. How many doors do we want in our inventory? Wow. So we've got this nice long glass window section. That goes into another... I'll put this up to the road. Another 2 wide or 2 deep planter area. And I think I probably want the clay behind it. I don't think I want the packed ice going behind where mud's going to be. That wouldn't make sense, would it? But the packed ice will go along this layer. Oh, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. I'm going to take out these middle ones. And we're going to have the clay come up here. This looks like where the name of whatever the library is called would be. And then this comes out to the end, which I'm going to do... right there. That'll be the corner. Now, we only get 1 shot of the building. I can see the front and I can see the left-hand side. I can't see the back and the right-hand side. At the very top of the picture, I can see a diagonal that goes in the opposite. Like the diagonal that we can see goes in this direction. There is one at the back that goes in the other direction, but we're going to have to make up our own back and right-hand side to sort of suit how we want. So this is gonna drop down, otherwise that's gonna confuse me. Why is that a giant pole there? We might as well utilize what space that we've got out the back here, because we're not going to be able to fit another building in here, are we? So we might as well come out to about here. You could go all the way out to the back if you wanted, but I'm going to go out to here. It gives me the option to come out by a single block if I want to. I'm going to have this part of the roof flat, so we want this to be nicely in line. We might as well have this line join up down here. I'm going to come out just the 1 block, I think. Then we'll have the orange will come back 2 blocks on this one. So it's almost like it's opposite. It's got some similar factors to it, but it's just a little bit different. I don't need a black section on this part, but I will have another clay section to be in line with that one. But then we don't need the glass section with the doors. So we're going to have this glass section come out here. I will still mirror the same clay part, because I really like how that's going to look. And I think what we'll do is we'll wrap this all the way around the top of the building with this clay section. If you don't know what I mean, I shall show you when we get to it. Either this episode or next episode, depending on how much time it takes to do these things. And then we'll join this up. So we have a bit of a blueprint now. We have the sort of the size of the building. I really like the colours. I can already see how these colours are going to go together. The packed ice, that's an awful lot of packed ice. Maybe I should remove some of the packed ice on this side and change it to orange. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I think from here, 4 blocks in from that side, 4 blocks in from that side. And I think we'll add that and that, and then drop the orange back down here. I think that'll look the smartest. Now, the packed ice is going to look very solid for a little while, but what we'll do is we'll break it up by using a dark coloured carpet. Do we have black carpet? No, we don't have black carpet. We do have grey carpet. We'll use the grey carpet to break it up with and using string to make them float to look like individual windows, and that will look good. Let's get some pods on. We might as well get that part of it out of the way. Get rid of these million doors that I have in my inventory. Put the pods all in this one, in that one, and in that one over there. Like so. And this one's the longer one. Do I want it to go up to the side here, or do I want that to be there? I think I like it going up to the side. Okay, so let's do the next important feature, which is the part that where it goes diagonally at the top. It's quite a large feature that we want to get in. But to do that, we need it to be taller than this left-hand side part of the building. So we have the packed ice is going to come down here. And I'm going to do it to there. And then this is going to be clay. And we want this to come up 3 or 4 blocks high. I think 4 blocks will probably be best. That's 3 blocks. You know, that's pretty good, actually. Now we'll go with 3 blocks. And to still try and take away this plain glass look, I'm actually going to put the orange 1 block forward. This is a little bit different to how the picture would be, but I think it's probably going to look better. I'm going to leave that there for the moment, but that will probably wrap around the building. Who knows yet? I'm going to do this 2 blocks high, like this. Then it goes back. It's going to be flat for a little section here, so we need some kind of neat looking slab. Stone slab we will probably use for the roof, so we might as well use it here as well. It doesn't matter if we put this on the top half or the bottom half. There's no doorway to get in here. So I think we'll put it on the top half of the block. And this needs to come back at least 2 blocks. How much room we want in the middle? That should be good. And then we have the orange and glass start again. So I don't think I want the glass going all the way down to the bottom. So we'll have that there. The glass does go all the way to the edge for about that amount. And then we'll have 4 orange. Okay, I can start to see it now. I can start to see it. Again, we want to go 3 high with this. And we might as well fill those in as well. And then we have quite a few blocks on top. This building is actually taller than you might think. At first glance, you think, oh yeah, no, I see how it goes. But then if you want things to look relatively similar, I think I'm going to leave that flush. I know this one sticks out a little bit. I'm going to leave that one flush. It looks weird. It won't. It won't shortly. And I think we'll add another one. This might not be a flat roof on the picture. This might. It's hard to tell on the perspective. I don't know if they've drawn it wrong or if that's how they're meant to do it. But it might actually angle back. I mean, the roof does have... The building is very sloped in sections. I don't like that. I think it would look better if it wasn't sloped. I'm going to do it flat. So I'm going to end up doing this one out here. And that will be the top, the very top of the building up there. We'll add some detail in there. Maybe some cobblestone walls and stuff like that would look great to line that up with. So now that we've got the height of this part of the building, we can use that to get the height of this section. We know that this section needs to go all the way up here, and then it goes just a little bit taller than that one. 1 or 2 blocks. That would be a single block taller than that section. And that should be good. That should be good. Yeah, we'll do it a single block taller. And then we want to have a nice diagonal that goes up. Now, if we went up every single block, it would be way too sharp. We would end up like way up there. So I think what we'll do is we'll go up every 2 blocks. And we want to go about... That's not too far off, actually. It's about to that part of the building. Yeah, no, I'll go with that. So that gives us this. I think that's pretty cool. It's definitely got that modern look to it, which isn't a bad sort of spot to have it in this area. Now, there is some weird sort of detail that goes up and down the side of this grey section. I don't know if in Minecraft we can really do that too easily. What number is this? 159.9. Set 159.9. But it has like ribs to it, like a ribbed section. Now... Cobblestone walls would do that effect. Fences would do that effect. Fences aren't really the block that we're using, so we'll go with cobblestone wall. We've definitely already got the a grey in here, so I don't think it'll look too odd. Let's see what it looks like. We'll have 1 rib that goes up here. Maybe it'll wrap around the top. I don't know yet. 1 rib goes here. 1 rib goes underneath there. And one rib goes. Hello. Double click. There. Yeah, no, that'll work. Looks weird. Everything looks weird when you first start off, but believe me, it will sort of work out. Now, it's just a matter of sort of filling in gaps at the moment. We know that this has to go all the way up here. I don't want the window to be any taller than that, so we're just going to curl this around. Whoops. Like that. We know that they've definitely got to go there. I'm going to put the packed ice one block back here. Like that. We know that the clay has to go up all the way as well. I don't think I need to do that third one. We'll find out. So that goes all the way up to there. That does touch that section. I don't know if I like that touching that section. Maybe I need to come out another block with this clay to stop that from happening. See, now the clay sits more prouder than the clay does. I think that looks better. Getting a little bit more shadows in it and stuff like that. Now, we want this glass to be the same height as that glass, so it means I need to add one more packed ice to the top. Like that. And around this one, we might as well wrap it all the way around the side. We want to have the orange then sit above it. Now, again, I'm going to do the orange that overlaps on top of the glass because I don't like how it looks if we done it flush all the time. So I'm going to do it to here. And to here. And we want to do this the same height as well. So what did I do? 2 blocks? I've done 2 blocks with it. So we'll add another one here. It's very interesting because it's a really unique looking building, but it uses so many repeating patterns throughout it. It's actually quite easy to build. It's really nice to build. Okay, now back here, this glass is meant to come out and bulge out a little bit. I don't really know how we would do that here. It's not... The idea of this building is great, but it's not really working in terms of it actually placing blocks down. Like, the author of the drawing might have got the perspective wrong a little bit. I'll try it. Like, if we just come out one block with the glass, it touches that. So what if I added another block to this? Down here. Add another rib, now that we've added 2 blocks. The path's still going to look great around there. We're looking a little bit bulgy out, but yeah, it's really weird. Like, this is the perspective of where the picture was taken. And you can see that window on the picture, but in real life, that just doesn't work. Maybe it's the fact that we've only got, like, a block width to work with. We don't have the ability to use sort of half block wide blocks, like half slabs vertically. We don't have that option, and if we wanted it to have more glass, we would need to go further out. I don't mind going further out. That would give us another 2 blocks. That should be enough. So we'll have these going up like that. Yeah, that works. Okay, we'll run this down here just for a few blocks so it wraps around the corner. I think we'll go for 4 blocks. Yeah, that sounds good. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the way up here. And then it goes to orange again. I don't know how we're going to cap this top part off yet. We'll worry about that later. We'll have the orange drop back by a block. And this can be pretty much solid. I might put one of those thin windows like we have over there in. I can't really do any more than that until I've done the back. If we want to do the back... I'm actually gonna... swap this around. So it only goes halfway, and then it goes the other way. So I'm going to do the 4... I'm going to do the 4 orange ones like this. I'm going to take that out to be the grey. The cyan. I'm going to put the clay here. And then I'll put some glass there. Okay, so then this goes all the way up here. And we want this to go to the same height as that corner there, which is the same height as this one. Okay. And then this is going to go up every 2 blocks. Yeah. So it goes up here. That joins up nicely with there. Okay, okay. This wall then, that can stay there, can't it? I think. And then that comes halfway, that comes halfway, and then they sort of do this crossover section. Whenever I build a building, whenever I do any building like this, it always takes me back to the days of when I used to play Tony Hawk's, what was it, like Pro Skater. Oh, I used to have it on the PSP, on the old PlayStation Portable. One of my favourite games I've ever played, especially because it was on the portable PlayStation, so I could take it anywhere. I used to take it to school and everything. If you never played it, it was like a skateboarding game. I'm sure you've all played a Tony Hawk's game before. But I used to have a friend at school that used to play it as well, and we were both really big fans of it. I can't skate in real life. I've never skated in my life. But I used to really enjoy the game. But what we used to do is we used to sort of imagine if our school was the skate park for the Tony Hawk's game, and we would try and think up really cool little runs and stuff that would look really cool in the game. So we'd like, yeah, there'd be a bowl on top of that roof, like an empty swimming pool or something like that, because they were fun parts to skate inside of. And doing this building is doing exactly the same thing to me, because I'm thinking, oh, I could grind down there, and oh man, so many memories. I think I'll have, I don't know what, we're going to have some block in the middle there, but I'm really not quite sure what. Let's join, this up in this direction. Yeah, see, this is cool how it crosses over like that. And then that joins up to there. In the middle here, maybe we just do like a glass wrap round part. I can't see on the picture what it should be. So if we done a glass that wrapped around like this, and then this one, and then that one. See, that looks really cool from the outside, but then what do we do below? Do I add another block below? I can add another one below. I'll need to go back to there. We have no gap out the front now, but we do have a bit of a gap on the side. We have this gap in the middle. What do we do in the middle here? I think what we'll do, like I could just join this up. Like that. Yeah, I think that's probably the best way. Boy, does that look cool. Definitely need something above here. Mind you, once we get the roof in, it's going to take a lot of that stuff away. See, this drops all the way down on this side. On that side, we have that wall there. I like that sort of slightly different look. So we definitely want to have this coming out here. It fills up that hole problem as well at the same time. And we definitely want it to go down here. I don't know how high this roof's going to be yet. It's going to be roughly there, so that should be right. That's really cool how it looks pretty modern, how it flows around the corner there. We must be getting low on time for this episode, unfortunately. And we're going to have to add one glass block underneath here. Like that, so then I can get this slab to go on the bottom half of this block like that. I think that's how high this whole section is going to be on this side. It's a very low, lower section. Not podzol. We have this coming up the side. This is the sign for the place. I think we'll go one block taller. I think that looks pretty cool. Maybe put the slab even on top, or a different slab. I don't know. So that comes around there like so. Alright, I can 100% see how this is going to go. Needs a lot of string work. Needs a lot of carpet work. Needs to be finished off. But we've definitely got the solid start to it. I know exactly where we're going with this. I know exactly what the next move is going to be. But unfortunately, we are out of time for this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, then hit the like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode.